What's up, guys? QR codes are a thing. Everybody knows how to use them finally, thanks to COVID. And today I'm going to talk about how I have incorporated them into my signs. It's a little bit different than just a general QR code sending you to a general website and branding and that kind of stuff. I'm going to dive into my whole strategy. I'm actually going to screen share on the program that I use and how it works on the back end, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing to not only boost my listings, but convert anybody who scans it into a lead. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, Real Estate Agent Playbook. Super excited for this one today. It's a little bit different. I'm actually going to go through a tutorial, but if you like things like this, different strategies, a lot of mindset, a lot of sphere building and nurturing and helping you maximize your ability to get repeat referral clients in the real estate business, please like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast with somebody that could use it. We're growing that community as well, but I'm thankful for you to be here, and let's get into this strategy. All right. So here we are on QR Tiger. If you go to QRtiger.com, you can sign up. If you do sign up and you say that Jeremy Kane sent you, you can absolutely, I think they get a free month, or I get a free month or something like that. But I want to show you this really cool way to create dynamic QR codes. So you come to QRtiger.com. You do have to create a QR code here, and you do need to generate a dynamic one. A static one is just like the ones you can get off Canva and do all the things. So you can create a dynamic QR code. You hit generate QR code here. Once it allows, I have to say where it's going to go first. So if I put like reagentwolfpack.com, and this will not be for listing, but I will show you mine that I have set up here. I'm just going to walk you through how to do this. So I'm going to generate a QR code. I can come down here and I can pick certain dynamics, and I'll show you exactly why that's huge here in a second. I kind of like... You can see how you can change the QR code, make it super cool. I'm going to go that. You can even change your eyes, so that changes those. I'm going to come in here, maybe upload a logo. Let's upload the good old wolf here. So this is just taking you through how to upload a QR code. So you can make it pretty cool there. And then once you have that, you can change the colors if you wanted to. I kind of like the black myself, so we're going to leave it. Actually, that's blue, so let's go black. Just for purposes of what we're doing there. You can change the frame, so you can do a lot of different things. I tend to not like the frame, and I'll show you why in a second. But I can do a whole bunch of things. I'm gonna go to none there. And then the templates, I don't need those. So I'm just gonna download this as a PNG. As you can see, you can do SVG or PDF or EPS. I'm gonna download this. It's gonna be one of my codes now. And all you have to do at this point is you can take it straight off of here. Let's wait for it to download. I can take this download. I can download it as a ping. It's going to come here, and I'm going to just go to this yard sign, right? And this is what my sign looks like. But if I wanted to come over to Canva, build your sign out, you can come over here and upload. That's super easy. You know how to do that. And then I can come into here. I could drag it right onto this sign if I wanted to. Show you just for those the page is locked, so that's fine. So this is my sign. And so if you can see here, this QR code, if you scan it right now, it will go to one of my listings. So what I do on the dashboard is I just have, listing 5, that's this one. And as you can see, I use different eyes and different designs for all of my listings. So if I want to come to this one, I can come in here and I can edit it, and it can go where it wants to go. I use Bitly because I don't pay the added on QR Tiger. I just pay for the basic subscription, but you could have a lot more tracking capabilities. I just use Bitly because I'm not one that's going to be like, okay, you scan my QR code, I need to call you. Because what happens when you scan my QR code is it takes you to my website. So I go into, just open up a new window, right? And I just go to my website, kanehomes.com. and I search one of my listings. Actually, they're right here. All my listings, boom. And this is actually the one that's attached to that. So I just take this user facing, right? I'm not in my website. I just went to Google, opened it up, searched my home that I have listed, and I just copy this URL, and then I go over to bit.ly, which I will add that in here. I'm going to go over to bit.ly, and I'm going to shorten it. And what this does is it allows me to look into exactly how many times that specific code has been scanned. So the code scans to bit.ly. Bit.ly shortens the URL, but it also tracks how many times that specific listing got scanned. So I'm logging in here to my bit.ly account, and you will be able to see exactly how many times that listing has been scanned as we go here. So if I go to my links here, you can see this one, West 74th QR code is here. And if I click on bit.ly, I can see exactly how many times that has been scanned. So 13 times in the last 7 days, the sign's been up. So that's pretty good scan rate. It's pretty cool property, kind of a busy street, but I can see how many times this specific property was scanned. So I can add this into my listing presentation and say, hey, 14 people inquired on the sign about that. Now, where it takes them from there, if you scan the website, see here how it said create your free account, right? So after being on my site for a minute, it pops up. So they see some of the pictures, they can kind of get some of the details, but almost always it's going to prompt, hey, you got to sign up on my website. Once you sign up on my website, then the website will automatically send like properties from the zip code, same size, that kind of stuff every so often, right? So they're starting to get information. They'll get added to my weekly email. So they'll start to get some of my branding, some of my market reports and all of that. But the beauty is that I'm marketing the listing as well as capturing, right? And on my website, I can see when they sign on the website or when they get sent an email, I can see how many times they viewed the property, or maybe they viewed a different property 3 or 4 times. Then that can prompt me to give them a call. Now, when they go the extra mile to sign up and see all the pictures of the property, I always send a call. It's not speed to lead, and I'm not out here just to crush all these buyer leads and get all the business. The main reason I do this is so people can see the details, they can see the photos, and possibly say, hey, I would like to see that house, and reach out to me and be on my website so they know how to do that. But I do follow up within, 12 to 24 hours. And all I say to them is, hey, just making sure you got everything you needed. You scanned, one of my QR codes on that property over at, XYZ 123 Main Street, and just want to make sure you got everything you were looking for when you scanned. And usually that starts a conversation, and, hopefully we can convert it. We don't need to go into the whole script or anything like that, because there is none. It's kind of off the cuff. But what it does do is help them understand. And now they're getting reminders. Hey, there's a new listing in 8005, and that's exactly what we're looking to do. So back to the sign. So as you can see here, if we scroll, I have different QR codes on my signs. So I printed 6 signs with 6 different QR codes. And every time I get a new listing, I just go over to bit.ly. I can create a new link. This one's free. So if I just did this, I can create a new one. I'm not going to do it right now, but you just hit link, and then you can add exactly where it's going. So I would copy and paste from my search where it's going to go into bit.ly, and then it gives me a really short code, but the beauty of that is it tracks it. So I'm using bit.ly with QR Tiger to really give my clients the full deal. There is an added subscription level of QR Tiger that you could have it track and give you the phone numbers and do all the things. I just don't do that. So as we go here, you can see some of my signs that have been out more are getting more scans and so on. But if I need to change it right after the listing, I just come in here, I delete this, and I go to the next listing. So when my sign company places the sign, they take a picture of it so I can see exactly which one. I can identify that listing hits the market. I can just go look it up on my website. That's key, right? Because that's where I capture the data. and I want them looking on my website, not Zillow, where they have a bunch of prettier faces to choose from. But this is how I do it. And so that's kind of the screen share version of this. But I take it from here, I print it on the sign. My signs are static, obviously, and I can change the back end QR code right here. So people ask me all the time, how are you doing this? What are you doing? Like, where do you send them? Because obviously, they're like, okay, that's cool, because everyone has the static QR codes. Everyone's on Canva. Everyone can look for those and go from there. But if you have this dynamic QR code, again, QRtiger.com, just tell them Jeremy Kane sent you and they'll hook me up, which would be greatly appreciated. But it is truly a powerful tool in my business. And so instead of just sending them to a blank website or my home search where they have to type more, this gives them instant gratification. Remember, they're at the site, so if they can scan that and see the pictures and see all the details, it's great. One thing I did to change is I took the flyers out, because people would take the flyer and I'd have the QR code on there, but they wouldn't need, a lot of people wouldn't have that interest, so I wouldn't capture their information. So I took the flyer boxes off my signs, just have the QR code. Everyone knows how to use it now, and they can look at pictures for a minute, and then it asks them to provide their information. Very few people do not provide their full information via this. I've had a couple, silly ones like F off or whatever, but I am capturing some decent leads. And like I said, I have converted a couple of these into clients that are actively looking, but more so into a closed deal, which is pretty cool. I've been doing this for about 6 months and I've already closed a buy, and they look to sell their previous home as well with me. So pretty cool there to use that. But the other thing that I get is, Jeremy, like, I just ordered all these signs. What do I do? Certainly, you could use these QR codes from QR Tiger, the dynamic ones that you can change on sign writers. You can print stickers. Obviously, some signs, you can see my signs kind of built around the QR code, but there's certainly ways to do that if you've just made a big investment. And then when the time comes, you can obviously download it, print it again, and put it on the actual sign itself, so you don't have to have all these extra dangling parts. But you can certainly make this happen. QR Tiger's pricing is not too bad. I think you pay 10 or 15 bucks a month, but to have a dynamic flyer that's working for me 24/7, that everyone knows how to use because we know how to use QR codes, has been a game changer for my business. If you have any questions about this, or you want to book a call with me, I would be more than happy to set this up with you, help you understand, the full strategy, maybe talk about the follow-up. But essentially with my website, I'm able to track, when they see homes. And if people are starting to look more and more, then that's the deal. Also, if you're doing an open house and you do a coming soon and the sign's out there for 7 days, you could also say, hey, we're doing an open house, and you can blast it out to all the people via text that have signed up and email and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different ways you can use this to capture information, because if they saw the pictures and now they want to see the inside, you have the opportunity to make that connection. So lots of opportunities here. I just wanted to bring this to you because I've had a lot of people say, that's really smart. I didn't know they made QR codes that you could change the back end. Well, of course they do now. So if you have any questions, please book a call with me. Please like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, this is a little bit different, more tutorial style, but I wanted to get this out to you guys. Hope you have a good one. Go get a win today. Bye-bye.